Hi friends, I've got something new for you today, a video on Rogue Company. Now don't worry for my Apex fans, I will do plenty more Apex content, but as a gaming channel I want to introduce new games to you as well that you might also enjoy playing. In fact, your Apex skills will come in really useful for this game. But for today, I'm going to talk you through a beginner's guide on how to play Rogue Company, and I'm going to give you 8 top tips on how to play Rogue Company. Now if you don't know what Rogue Company is, it's a new game that's recently come out which is in closed beta at the moment, but you probably have heard of it because it's super hyped, everyone wants to play it, but the access codes to get the game for free are quite hard to find or quite hard to get. The other option is to buy one of the founders packs, which range from $14 to $60, and you get different kind of things within those different packs in terms of additional characters that you can play as. However, in this video I'm doing a free giveaway and I've got loads of codes to give away. I've got 15 codes which give you full access to the closed beta, so you can download the game straight away and play everything that everyone else is playing on Rogue Company with these codes. I've got 15 in total, 1 for PC, 3 for Xbox, and these work globally. I've then got 2 for North America on the PlayStation 4, and I've got 5 for Europe on the PlayStation 4, and then in addition to that, for you Switch players, I've also got 2 North American Switch codes and I've got 2 European Switch codes. To win these, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, so click the big red subscribe button down below, and then click the link to my Discord in the description, and it should take you to the giveaway tab in my Discord server, and all you have to do is enter the console that you play on and the region if it's for PlayStation 4 or Switch. And it's a first come first serve, so whoever's first to jump on my Discord, subscribe to my YouTube channel and tell me what console you're on and what region you're in, I will DM you directly with the codes. It's a first come first serve, so once the 15 are gone, they're gone. Let's get into the tips then for Rogue Company. So just a bit of a high level sort of beginner's guide to what Rogue Company is, how it works. It's a third person tactical shooter. It's kind of similar to Valorant and CSGO, but in my view I would say it's better because it's not quite as sweaty, it's not as slow as those games. It's kind of got elements of the more fun team games, kind of like Overwatch, but there's still that competitive edge which make, Valorant fun. That's what makes Rogue Company fun. It's also crossplay, which is really good because I feel like console players don't really get to enjoy those kind of Valorant CSGO type games, so this is a really great opportunity to play, and I think it is quite even cross-platform. I've been playing on Xbox with a lot of PC players, and I've been in the top 2 of my team every game, so console players can definitely compete with PC players. In this beta there are 2 game modes, there's Strikeout and Demolition. So Strikeout is more casual, I would say. I actually prefer Strikeout. Demolition is a bit more competitive. The thing with Demolition is if you die you then have to wait for the round to finish, and it's attack and defense, so one team's attacking, one team's defending, and you have to plant a bomb. You've got sort of 2 different sites you can plant that bomb at, and the defending team there are kind of there to protect it, and once they eliminate your team, or once you plant the bomb and eliminate all of their team, you win. So that's kind of how Demolition works. Strikeout is a bit more fun in my mind because it's a bit more casual, at the moment at least, and with that you have a certain number of lives, they call it tickets, and once you're out of tickets, or once the enemy team is out of tickets and you finish off their entire squad, you win. You also have a point to capture while you're doing this, so if you fully capture the point, that's another way of winning, which is why I quite like Strikeout, and I've been playing that a lot just to get practice in. In terms of the characters, so we don't have legends, but we've got rogues, and they're kind of similar to legends in that they have abilities. I'll do a separate video talking about these abilities and the rogues, and which rogues to use in a bit more detail in a different video, but with the codes I'm giving out for free as part of the giveaway in this video, you'll get access to 6 rogues as a standard. To start with, I would say maybe pick 1 or 2 that you feel comfortable with and just get practicing with them. You'll probably want to try out all of them and see which 2 you do want to go with, or which one you want to go with. At the moment my 2 mains are Ronin and Dallas. I'll always pick Ronin first if I can. I just like the setup, I like the abilities. You also have a buy phase at the start of each round, which allows you to kind of customize how you load into each game, and as you go through the different rounds within the game, you build up cash by your performance, so how many kills you get, assists, that kind of thing. That gives you extra cash at the start of each round, and you can then use that to buy different things that involves kind of upgrading your weapon, or purchasing a weapon, or purchasing tacticals or abilities, that kind of stuff. And once you purchased it, you then keep it for that entire game, and you do that every game you load into. You have a buy round, and anything you buy in those buy rounds last for that entire game. So let's jump onto some beginners tips, and I've got 8 hopefully really useful beginners tips for you. So tip 1, change your perspective. Use shoulder switching, which you can do quite easily, to peer over different views of your rogue. Because it's third person, depending where the enemy is, if you use shoulder switching to change your perspective, it allows you to gain different views on where the enemies are. And this actually ties into my second tip. So tip 2 is corner peeking, or peeking around corners. So you can use your third person view to peek around corners, and to do that you get close to the corner, and actually it's got a red X on the screen when your view is being obscured by an object. So this is really useful because you can use your third person view, combine it with tip 1 to have the right perspective to peer around the corners, and that gives you an idea of where your enemies are and some situational awareness, which means you can then plan how you attack. Again, this links into my third tip. Tip 3, get used to shooting from cover. So whether that's ducking behind a wall or sort of standing upright around a wall or an object, get behind a piece of cover, use tip 1, tip 2, and then you'll know where your enemies are, and then try and shoot from cover. It's simple but effective. Tip 4, flanking. Don't be afraid to flank. Now there are lots of different routes in this game, so you want to make sure you're taking the right routes, and by flanking you are able to essentially sneak up on your team or your enemy team. I would always say go with a teammate, as I said in my tip heading. Try and flank with a teammate. If you're flanking alone, yes, you'll probably sneak up on the enemy team and maybe grab a kill or two. But if you do it with your teammate, you can actually wipe out the enemy team without them really knowing. So it's really useful if you go with a teammate, and I always try and do that. If I see a teammate flanking, I'll just try and join in with them. Tip 5, listen to footsteps. And this is a counter to the previous tip, because if you listen for footsteps, you'll actually be able to tell if people are flanking you and where they're approaching you. In terms of footsteps, if you hear heavier footsteps with a bit more bass trudging towards you, you know these are enemy teammates. And if you've got a good headset or good sound, you should be able to tell which direction those heavy footsteps are coming from, and then that will alert you if people are flanking or coming up on your left or your right. Tip 6. Don't forget to revive your teammates. It sounds really simple, but I've been in so many games where my teammates literally just run straight past me. I'm down and they just run past, ignore me. Even when it's clear I'm behind cover, they just ignore me. And in this kind of game where your lives are limited, you really want to be trying to revive your teammates. Don't forget, this isn't Call of Duty. This isn't a team deathmatch in Call of Duty where people just respawn back in constantly until the end of the game. The whole objective of the game is you've got limited numbers. By reviving your teammate, you're giving your team an advantage. Tip 7. Angles. Get your angles right. So try and stay behind cover, but adjust your angles to see where your enemies are, and by doing that you'll protect yourself from fire in other directions and give yourself the perfect angle to hit your enemies at. I've really used this really effectively when I started playing Rogue Company, and I found if you get your angles right from cover, it's really effective. Tip 8. Try and be tactical. This is my final tip, and I know it's tempting to run straight into the point or straight at the enemy team, but it's not really like Apex Legends where you've got armor and shields. You don't have much life in this game, so you need to be a bit more tactical, be smart. Like I said, use my previous tips to judge where the enemy team are, and then you know how to approach and attack the enemy team. Try not to just run straight in and get yourself killed. So these are just 8 simple beginners tips. I hope they help you. These are kind of the 8 simple tips that I've used as I got started with Rogue Company, and they've really helped me sort of do well in all of the games I play. Obviously it's a team-based game, so you kind of rely on your team a little bit, but if you use these tips well, you can actually make a difference and help your team win. I'll do, like I said, a few more videos on Rogue Company to help you with more tips. I'll do some rogue tips on which characters to pick, and also some pro tips on, how to really take your game to the next level. And this is kind of where some of your Apex skills would come in, things like strafing, positioning, etc. So I'll make a whole separate video on those using the mechanics within Rogue Company. Don't forget my giveaway. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and then hop across to my Discord and simply just let me know what console you're on and what region you're in. The first people to do it will get the codes for free, and you can play the game for free straight away. So good luck to all of you. I look forward to doing that. Like I said, I'll bring out more Apex content as well, so don't worry for my Apex fans. I appreciate all the support, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.